the prequel to the nightcap here. Jonesboro defending their home court tonight against the Bryant Hornets. Again, the starting lineups given tonight by Aaron Lowe. And as always, very spirited. So both teams out on the court, ready to tip off here for the 7 o'clock game. Jonesboro coming into tonight's game 1-0, of course, the defending state champions. Bryant coming into tonight's game at 2-1, and the Golden Hurricane will come away with the opening tip. It's Mercedes Leach working at the top of the key. That's going to go off the foot of Traylon Payne. And it will stay right here on this end of the floor with Jonesboro. Never seen Jonesboro play basketball. You better buckle your seatbelts because things are going to be moving pretty quickly here once these teams get through the initial feeling out phase. There's a three-point shot, rims in and out. Long rebound goes to Jonesboro and Mercedes Leach. Pointer with it, or excuse me, Moore with it now underneath the basket. He'll cough it up. Dump off, floater shot by Colby Washington, no good. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. First chance getting to see the Bryant Hornets play, so excited to see how they're going to approach this Jonesboro basketball team that we know loves to get out on the fast break and move the ball up and down the floor. They also like to get it into that man right there, Kyle Moore, but he can't finish underneath the bucket. Going the other way now with Bryant. In traffic, wild shot, didn't get the call. Hornets hold on to it. Cameron Hunter with it now. Working it around into the corner. Jump shot, Traylon Payne. Corner pocket will put the first points of the evening on the board for either team. Bryant now leading 3-0. Working off a screen from Lamar Washington. Leach to the top of the key. Now over to McBride. They're setting screens here outside the perimeter, trying to get a look inside. Now they dump it again down to Moore. Now the kick out. Leach for three, no good. Tipping the rebound, trying to save it was Lamar Washington, but couldn't hang in the air quite long enough to throw it off the defender. So Bryant will take it back the other way now with a 3-point lead. Jonesboro just sticking this man-to-man defense here. Rodney Lambert with it, working on Leach. Now he hands it off to Hunter. Now over to Robinson. Robinson in the paint, dish off down low, can't finish. Colby Washington just off the right side. Has it fall out? Should have used the glass. On the other end, JHS has their shot blocked. Shamari Martin put one up, had it shoved right back in his face, got his own rebound. Now here's a three-point attempt that will find the bottom of the net for Keelan McBride. That's going to tie things up with 5:38. Jonesboro coming up with a quick steal, 2-on-3 opportunity. Now the numbers have evened up. Three-point attempt from the right wing, no good. Airballed it. Bryant's just going to let this one go out of bounds and catch their breath. Shamari Milton looking to take the first Jonesboro lead of the night. This three-pointer goes out of bounds. About 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter, nearing the 5-minute mark. There's a screen set by Hunter. Lambert into the lane, trying to find Washington, can't get him. Now here's Milton. One-on-one, he'll finish. Couldn't hit the three-pointer, but he still gives Jonesboro the lead with the steal and the fast break finish. Bryant with it now. We're going to see if they try to take it back into the interior. They've looked to get it down low to Colby Washington the last two trips. This time they have it stolen away again. Here's Moore ahead to Leach. Leach is going to hold up, shoot a three-pointer, bottom of the net. And Mercedes Leach forces a Bryant timeout. And we will take one with them. 4:38 left to play in the first quarter. Jonesboro leading 8-3 over the Bryant Hornets here in the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic here on Tubetown.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hoke, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Andy Maness back here with you at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym for the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Tubetown. 8-3 is your score as we welcome you back to the first quarter. 4:30 remaining. Jonesboro leading Bryant. The Hornets have the basketball. 3-point shot off the mark from Rodney Lambert, and the Jonesboro student section is letting them know all about it. Jonesboro taking it back the other way now. There's a dish into Moore. Moore triple teamed in the paint. Now he'll dish it back out to the corner. A little hesitation move there from Milton. Now deep three-point attempt from Leach, and how about that heat check shot? Back-to-back triples for Marcetus Leach. And now the lead is up to 8, and another quick steal. Here comes Lamar Washington, one-on-one, and he'll hit the scoop shot finish. 13-3. It was a 3-0 ball game to open it up for Bryant, and it has since been a 13-0 run for the Golden Hurricane. There's a head fake underneath the basket, and it will be Colby Washington headed to the free throw line, hacked by one of the Jonesboro Golden Hurricane. It's Kyle Moore picking up his first personal foul, first team foul on either of the teams here tonight. Comes with 3:33 left to play here in the first quarter. Colby Washington with a chance to put a few more points on the board. It'll hit the back of the rim and hit every other part of it as well before it drops. Shamar Pitts checking into the game, as is Amarion Wilson. Second free throw will also fall for Colby Washington, and it's now 13-5, back to an 8-point deficit for the Hornets. Here comes Amarion Wilson showing off his handles. Corner pocket three-pointer off the mark, long rebound. Goes with Rodney Lambert. Lambert ahead to Payne. Payne spin move into the paint, launches one off the high glass, no good. And after a putback attempt and a near rebound, the Hornets are going to come back up with it. Jump ball called, and Bryant will keep it here on their end of the floor, again trailing 13-5. 3:06 to play here in the first quarter. Hunter to inbound it. Gets it out to Lambert. Lambert thought about the three, going to drive the paint, got right around the defender. Shouldn't have went with a double clutch. Started going to the left and switched back to the right at the last second and lost a little bit of hang time. Hit the bottom of the rim. Jonesboro now with 2:50 left to work. Here's Wilson with it. Now over to Milton. Now Washington couldn't hold on to it. One-on-one, Cameron Hunter leans into the defender, gets the call, and he'll get the easy basket as well. Great use of the body there by Cameron Hunter. And now he'll have a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play and a chance to make it a 5-point ball game. A.J. Jenkins will now check into the game for Bryant. Rodney Lambert headed to the bench. Hunter cannot hit his and-one opportunity, so now Jonesboro will hold on to the lead at 6, 13-7 with 2:30 left to play in the first quarter. Feed into Kevin Pointer, who's into the game, and he can do more than play football. He can muscle his way down in the paint as well. Pointer with an easy basket off the left side, makes it 15-7. Deep three-point shot from Bryant off the mark. That was Kalen Robinson attempting the three. And that quickly gives it back to Jonesboro. It's Pointer, Pitts, McBride, Amarion Wilson, and Shamari Milton out on the floor for the Golden Hurricanes. Step back, picked up his dribble, might have got away with a travel there. Now McBride with it on the right elbow, off the screen. See what type of shot they're trying to set up here. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And it will expire, giving it back to Bryant. .130 to play now here in the first quarter. Trying to go baseline, a foul called on Jonesboro as Traylon Payne was trying to get that pass off into the corner and ran right into Kevin Pointer, and that's not somebody you want to have standing in your way. But Pointer will pick up the foul. Third personal foul on Jonesboro now. Excuse me, third team foul, I should say. And they steal the inbound, going the other way now. Milton will stop at the free throw line. Excuse me, that was Leach rather. He'll stop at the free throw line and drop an easy one in. Saw he didn't have the easy layup, but the jump shot was too elementary. And how about that three-point look from Kalen Robinson? Straight up the top of the key, and you love to see a shot fall like that. The net barely even moved. It's now 17-10 after the triple. First points of the game here for Robinson. Leach with it, feeds it in. Now it will be McBride backing it back out. Now around the horn and down low to Pointer. And another turnover for Jonesboro. And they get it right back. 2-on-1 opportunity. McBride tried to lob it up there to Leach, and it was swatted out. Was nearly going out of bounds. It was saved by the Hornets, but now the Golden Hurricane come up with it. And a double dribble called on Shamar Pitts. Jonesboro couldn't capitalize on that particular possession. They do have a 7-point lead in the student section, letting the refs know how they feel about that. So Tabin McCullum now checking into the game. As the Hornets bring it up the floor. Don't have to worry about the shot clock here on this possession. It's turned off. Crossing over into the paint, looking for the body control, and it's a player control foul. That's going to go against Rodney Lambert. Lambert hopping into the paint, ran right into the defender there, leaned into him trying to get the call, and the referee is calling it the other way. So first personal foul on him, first team foul on the Hornets, and now with 7.4 seconds remaining, Jonesboro will have the last shot of the first quarter. There's a crossover for Leach. Dish off in the corner, three-point shot. Won't find the bottom of the net. It'll go out of bounds to end the first quarter of play. Fun first quarter between Jonesboro and Bryant. The score is 17-10, and we're headed to the second here in the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. You're watching it live here on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
We welcome you back to Jonesboro High School. Andy Manus underneath the headset tonight for this penultimate matchup between Bryant and Jonesboro. Still one more game on the docket tonight. So make sure you stay tuned for Nettleton and North Little Rock immediately following this one, because that one ought to be a fun one to be a part of. Coach Mark McCord and his team taking on a team from North Little Rock that is usually pretty darn good, usually ranked up there at the top at the end of the year. Starting the second quarter, Jonesboro again leading Bryant 17-10. All five starters out on the floor for Jonesboro here, save Keelan McBride. It's Amarian Wilson who is out there for him. Shamari Milton, Kevin Moore, and Marcetus Leach, along with Lamar Washington. There's a three-pointer, top of the key from Leach, off the mark. High rebound for the Hornets, couldn't hang on to it. Pointer's gonna come up, Moore rather is gonna come up with it. And he will not only get the layup, he'll go to the free throw line. Fouled by Jonathan Hall, who's into the game for the Hornets, his first personal. Second team foul on the Hornets here in the first half. Moore will hit his and one. 3 points now in the game for him. So now the Hornets bring it back up the floor. Crossover, lost it. Going the other way now. That ball somehow wound up in the hands of Lamar Washington. Thought he had some help on the other side, and instead he comes up with a loose ball, little turn and shoot from about 3 feet out, and Washington will find the bottom of the net, his 4th points here in the ball game. Oh wow, blocking foul called there, I believe on Kevin Moore. Kyle Moore rather. I'll get these names right here in a minute. Kyle Moore planting his feet in the paint, but it's called for the block. And going to the free throw line now will be Kalen Robinson. Coach Swift not happy about that one. Robinson's first free throw will fall. And Moore will come to the seat for Jonesboro. Shamar Pitts will head back out. For the Hornets, it's Washington, Cameron Hunter, Kalen Robinson, along with Rodney Lambert. And I believe that's Aiden Adams out there. Second free throw won't fall for Robinson, and it's a rebound in favor of Jonesboro. Here comes Amarion Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key, leaves it for Leach. Again, they're continuing to set screens outside the perimeter, either trying to get an open look or look for that pick and roll, I believe. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. So we'll keep it right here with the Hurricane. Wilson trying to inbound it. Gets it to Leach, back to Wilson now. He's going to drive baseline. Tried to go up and under, had it blocked. He got it back though. Now Leach wide open. Pump fake. He drops it in. How about that? Third three-pointer here in the first half for Marcides Leach. And he has now got 11. Single-handedly matched the points on the scoreboard for the Hornets. Now Bryant trying to answer. There's a three-point shot from Kalen Robinson, and he does just that. Got those 3 points back, but they still trail by 11. 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Washington coming to set a screen. Now Washington in the high post can't handle the pass. It'll go out of bounds. And Washington would have had a good look at an easy basket there. Had the defense drawn off of him, and he was just playing right in the middle of the court. Nobody came over to guard Traylon Payne as he came down the floor. A last-second effort pays off as Colby Washington tried to put that one up. There's a little floater from Wilson. No good. Pitts fighting for the rebound with Payne, and it's Payne who comes up with it. Now here's Robinson bringing it up the floor. Kalen Robinson. He goes coast to coast, has it swatted off the glass by Shamar Pitts. My goodness. Foul was called, I believe, on Jonesboro. And it's going to go against Lamar Washington, but Pitts made absolute sure that basket was not going to fall for 2 easy ones. So now it looks like Amarion Wilson getting ready to check out, and Keelan McBride getting ready to check back in as Kalen Robinson will hit his first free throw on this trip. That makes him 1 for 3 here in the ball game. And now getting ready to check in is Jonathan Hall. He'll send Colby Washington to the Bryant bench. Robinson at the free throw line for the Hornets, trying to make it a single-digit ball game. They've trailed ever since leading 3-0 in the opening minutes of this ball game. Since then, it has been all Jonesboro. Jonesboro went on a 13-0 run at one point. Here's a heat check shot off the mark. Shamari Milton trying to find the bottom of the net, but instead it's going the other way now with the Hornets. Hornets. Lambert taking it from the right side baseline. He will make it a 7-point ball game, and Coach Swift wants to call a timeout. So we'll see if it's a 30 or a full. It's a 30, so we're just going to keep it right here. 4:57 remaining here in the second quarter. 25-18 is your score. Jonesboro leading Bryant here. The leading scorer for the Hurricane so far is Marcetus Leach. 11 points so far here in the ball game for him. Again, as I mentioned, it was a 3-0 start here for the Hornets to begin this ball game, and it's been all Jonesboro ever since. They went on a 13-0 run, and now they lead it again 25-18. Kalen Robinson has got 6 points here in this quarter, 9 points in the ball game for the Bryant Hornets. So he's got a big chunk of the Hornets' points. In fact, he's got half of them. So try to find the way to keep giving him the ball. He's knocked down a couple of triples and been to the free throw line twice. So Robinson is trying to keep his team in this one. It's a very good Jonesboro team. Washington to inbound to Keelan McBride. It's McBride, Leach, Washington, Pitts, and now Brody Williams into the game for the first time tonight for Jonesboro. Here's Leach with it. Around to McBride. Leach is running baseline. Look like they might try to set a screen for him to get him open over here in the corner. Instead, they feed it into Pitts. Ball last touch by the Hornets. Well, you saw number 14 streaking to the corner over there, the far left corner, and thought they might try to set a screen for him. Here's Lamar Washington backing into a defender, nearly backed him out of bounds. There's that three-point shot from Leach. It's off the mark. Look at that, following his shot, nearly got his rebound after the Hornets couldn't hold on to it. But here comes Bryant into the lane. There's a dish off at the last second to Lambert, and Lambert will score his 4th bucket of the game. Cameron Hunter, though, came in with some reckless abandon. Coach Swift wanted a foul call, but didn't get it. Now it's a 5-point ball game with about 4 minutes left to play in the half. Here's a 3-point shot on the way from Brody Williams. It's off the mark, and it'll go the other way now with the Hornets. Pointer checks back into the game for Lamar Washington. So it's Pointer, Pitts, Leach. Also got Taven McCullough back out there alongside McBride. Lambert, Robertson, Hunter, Payne, and Hall, the 5 in the game for the Hornets. There's a little jump shot from the free throw line, off the mark. Here comes Leach, 2-on-3, spin move, lost it. Ahead to a wide open Cameron Hunter. He'll lay that one easily with the left hand. 4 points for him here in the game, and hey, that makes it a 3-point ball game. This is the closest it's been since early on in the first quarter when Jonesboro started their run. 23 seconds left on the shot clock, 3:20 left to play here in the first half. Here's McCullough with it. Back to McBride. Now Leach in the corner. Looked like they were trying to get Pointer in the paint. There's the pass to the paint, but it wasn't a Pointer. I believe that was Brody Williams putting in his first 2 points. Oh, excuse me, that was Taven McCullough, beg your pardon. I knew Brody wasn't out there anymore. There's a 3-point shot. Hall trying to get it, and he's going to be called for a push from behind or over the back, however you want to rule it. It's going against 22 in blue. Second personal foul for Jonathan Hall. That's the 3rd team foul on the Hornets here in the first half. Pretty disciplined ball game being played by both of these teams so far through the first 2 quarters. 5 team fouls for Jonesboro, 3 for Bryant. There's a deep 3-point attempt that'll find the bottom of the net from Keelan McBride, his 2nd 3-pointer here in the ball game, and the lead is back up to 8 for Jonesboro. Oh, Hunter trying to avoid the charge. Barely missed that finger roll. That was an excellent move, avoiding the defender in the air by Cameron Hunter. Just couldn't finish the shot. Now here's a deep 3-pointer from Leach. Off the mark. Pitts skies for the rebound. Bodies against the defender. Can't finish. And it's Hall who comes down with it. Ahead now to Lambert. Lambert blocked by Pitts. Offensive rebound. Tried to put it back up. And Kalen Robinson will touch it as he's standing out of bounds. So the ball goes back to Jonesboro. And Robinson heads down the floor dejected. It looked like he wanted to kind of argue with the referee a little bit, but you gotta watch that in high school basketball. Can't argue too much with the refs. Under 2 minutes left to play now. And an 8-point lead for Jonesboro. Here's another three-point attempt. Same spot on the floor for McBride, but this time he won't knock it down. Leach playing full court here on Cameron Hunter, and Hunter will run into him and pick up the foul. So Mercedes Leach, I think that is his first, and that'll be number 6 on Jonesboro here in the first half. So one more will put the Hornets at the free throw line for the remainder of the quarter. 1:45 to play here in the second. Still an 8-point lead for Jonesboro, 30-22. Here comes Cameron Hunter. A 2-1-2 zone defense being played here by Jonesboro. Started off in man, and now they've switched to zone here in the second quarter. There's a baseline air ball shot. Student section letting them know about it. Here comes McBride working against Payne. Hornets sticking to the man-to-man defense. Looking like they're trying to get it into Pointer again, but they got a wide open three-point shot. Again, it's Keelan McBride dropping in a triple. 9 points now in the ball game for him, and he's 2 out of his last 3 shots from behind the three-point line. Under a minute left to play now in the second quarter. Back to a double-digit lead here for the Hurricane. Shot clock nearing 15 seconds. Hunter's got to go with it. Tried to dish it off to Hall on the baseline. Hall couldn't handle it. Don't know if he wasn't ready for it or tried to take off before he got it. But either way, it slips through his hands, goes out of bounds, and here come the Hurricane with 37.6 seconds left in the second quarter. The shot clock will be at 35, so there will be a about a 2-second difference. So they can wind it down pretty much as low as they'd like to. Now it looks like the Hornets have switched to a zone defense, and there they get it into the paint. 3-point shot on the way. Off the mark, long rebound, dished it back to Robinson. Robinson now with 10 seconds left. Here come the Hornets. Leaves it with Hunter. Now over to Lambert. Lambert's going to drive. Hop step in the paint. Off the glass. Can't finish. Hall trying to get the rebound. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. And with no time, the Hurricane head to the locker room with a double-digit lead over the Bryant Hornets. It is 33-22 after the first 2 quarters. An excellent scoring output from Keelan McBride there in the second quarter. Gives him 9 points. Mercedes Leach with 11. And again, an 11-point lead for the Hurricane headed to the locker room. We're going to take a quick break. We'll tally up some stats for you, come back and recap this first half of action between Jonesboro and Bryant. Still one more game on the docket tonight for the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Just a reminder, again, North Little Rock and Nettleton coming up after the conclusion of this game. But we're taking a break. We'll be back with a halftime show right after this on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to rittercommunications.com/TV everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Andy Manus underneath the headset with you tonight for number 3 between Bryant and Jonesboro. Currently at the halftime break, Golden Hurricane lead the Hornets 33-22. Mercedes Leach leading the way for Jonesboro with 11 points in the first half. He had 8 of those back in the first quarter, but Keelan McBride doing his work as well. He's put in 9, 6 of those coming in the second quarter, all of them coming from behind the three-point line. So he's doing an excellent job shooting from long range tonight. Lamar Washington also contributing for Jonesboro. We've got a fan who just hit a near half-court shot. He won some sort of prize, but everybody here is extremely excited for that. So that's phenomenal. Congratulations to that guy. 4 points for Lamar Washington. Kyle Moore for 3 points. Shamari Milton and Taben McCullough each with 2 points. And Kevin Pointer has 2 points as well. Trey Stafford down here calling for half a truck. I don't know what he's doing. Things are always crazy when he's in the house, though. Kalen Robinson leading the way for the Bryant Hornets, 9 points. Also just got word, apparently he was offered by Arkansas State last night, so congratulations to him. Traylon Payne also contributing for the Hornets, 3 points in the first half for him. Rodney Lambert and Cameron Hunter with 4 points apiece. 2 points from Colby Washington, both of those coming from the free throw line. Jonesboro really just came alive after the opening couple minutes of this ball game. It was a 3-0 lead for the Hornets. Jonesboro tied it with a triple and then proceeded to go on a 10-0 run after that. It was 13-3, and Jonesboro just has not looked back. Although Bryant was able to bring it to within 3 points early in the second quarter, it is now an 11-point lead for the Hurricane at the halftime break. Again, 33-22 is your score. Jonesboro leading Bryant. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the third quarter of action for you between Jonesboro and Bryant. The third out of 4 games tonight in the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. We're back with more here on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hoke, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym here in the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Jonesboro and Bryant getting ready to start the third quarter. Jonesboro leading by double digits. It's an 11-point margin here for their Golden Hurricane over the Hornets. As we are set to start the third quarter, it's Mercedes Leach leading the way for both teams with 11 points, although Keelan McBride has got 9. And on the other side of the stat sheet, KK Robinson with 9. So it looks like the Hurricane are set to start with their original starting 5 out on the floor. It's Lamar Washington, Kevin Moore, along with Keelan McBride, Mercedes Leach, and Shamari Milton. We'll see who the 5 are that come out on the floor to start the third quarter for the Bryant Hornets. Again, we want to remind you to stay tuned for the conclusion of this game. We got one more game on the docket tonight as North Little Rock is in town to take on the Nettleton Raiders to finish out this Friday evening of basketball on Tubetown, and it ought to be a fun one to be a part of. Watch this high-powered team from North Little Rock come in and take on one of the home teams here in Jonesboro. So Bryant will start the third quarter with the basketball. It's Hunter, Lambert, KK Robinson, Payne, and Colby Washington out on the floor for the boys in blue. Robinson from the right elbow, double teamed as Jonesboro is back in that 2-1-2 zone. Baseline for Washington. Now they tried to feed it into Robinson, did Lambert, and had it stolen away. Now Jonesboro taking it back the other way. Here's McBride with it. Saw a lot of screens set around the perimeter for Jonesboro during the first half. A lot of pick and roll. How about that pretty finish by Leach? Starting the third quarter off right for the Hurricane. One possession, one basket. He's up to 13 points. Robinson with a three-pointer off the mark. Last touch by Jonesboro. Here's the chorus of boos from the Jonesboro student section. Wide open look here for Payne. Short. Washington comes up with a rebound. Now McBride to bring it up the floor. McBride directing traffic now. They're trying to find Leach open in the corner. Saw him directed baseline, and now let's see if they want to run the same play, only have Leach run to the near side. Oh, looks like they're looking for Pitts now down low. Excuse me, Moore rather. And it's Milton who is called for the travel. So quick turnover for Jonesboro, gives it back to Bryant. 6:24 left to play in the third quarter. Not even 2 minutes gone by here. Jonesboro has the only points here of the third quarter, 2-0. There's a floater, and it's even up now here in the third. Still quite a ways to go, though, for Bryant to get back in this one. It's 35-24 after the floater from Traylon Payne. The three-point shot for Leach. Long rebound. Jonesboro gets it. Washington, no-look dump off. Milton will finish. Great assist there by Lamar Washington. Looked the defender off and just dumped it right into the hands of Milton. And there's Hunter trying to find KK Robinson with a bounce pass in the paint. It goes right through everybody's hands. Last touched by the Hornets, so now here come the Hurricane. 13-point lead. Here's Milton. Bounce pass to Moore. Moore back to Milton. Got 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Back to Milton. Milton had nobody in front of him, just going to take it himself, and he'll be called for the charge. And now one of the Hornets took a hard spill to the floor. Took a minute to get up as well. Shamari Milton's second personal foul. First team foul on Jonesboro here in the second half. 3 minutes gone by. That's KK Robinson who's shaking out the cobwebs here. He gets the inbound, and now he'll get a chance to clear his head as he brings the ball up the floor. Off the screen from Washington. Tried to feed it down low for Lambert. It goes off the backboard. Here's Milton one-on-one double clutch. He'll finish. Milton picks up the loose ball, takes it coast to coast, and now a timeout called by Bryant. Let's see if it's a full or a half. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. 4:46 left to play in the third quarter. 39-24, Jonesboro leading Bryant here in the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Live on Tubetown from Ritter Communications.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Back here at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym and the Hurricane Classic. Jonesboro on their home court tonight, defending it well against the Bryant Hornets as we're in the third quarter. 4:46 left to play in the third, and it's a 39-24 lead for the Hurricane over the Bryant Hornets. Amari Milton with 4 points here in this quarter, 6 in the ball game. He's helped to extend the lead here in the last couple possessions. It's the Hornets, however, right now who called the timeout. They come out of the timeout with possession, so we'll see if they can put a few more points on the board. Only scored 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Robinson looking for the screen from Washington. Washington rolls. And Robinson is just going to lean into the defender. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Foul is going to go on Lamar Washington. That is number 2 for Mr. Lamar. And they're actually going to say that was on the floor. They're not going to give him continuation there. I thought for sure he was in the air when he ran into the defender. But instead it's an inbound pass. There's a head fake from Lambert. Tiptoes the baseline and runs right into the defender, picks up a charge. Rodney Lambert showing off his athleticism, tiptoeing the tightrope over there, but couldn't slow himself down enough to not run into the defender. So he picks up his second personal foul. And there's the inbound to Leach, back to McBride. And here comes a full court press here from the Hornets. Head to Washington, now to Milton, back to McBride. And this Hornet defense looks pretty spread out. How about that alley-oop into Kyle Moore? Great floor awareness, great vision, and great hands by Moore there. Foul called on Jonesboro on the other end underneath the bucket, and I think that'll go against Mercedes Leach. Second one on Leach. That's the third team foul on the Hurricane here in the third quarter. 4:04 left to play. Lambert at the free throw line, off the mark on the first one. Still one more to go. Lambert with 4 points here in the ball game, trying to give himself 5. That one will find the bottom of the net, and now it's 41-25 with 3:58. Bryant still playing full court press. There's a turnover. It pays off on this possession. 3-point shot. Payne finds the bottom of the net. 5th point of the quarter here for Traylon Payne. Give him 8 for the ball game. It's now 41-28. Again with the full court press. Here's Milton. Swatted out of bounds. And Milton now hearing it from Coach Swift, as is Kyle Moore. So here is Amarion Wilson, Keelan McBride. We'll get it into Leach. Leach drives and tried to dish it out to Keelan McBride on the right wing, and instead is fouled. And as Leach lines up to shoot free throws, they're telling him, hey, no, it was on the floor. So Leach trying to plead his case like he was shooting that shot, but he's not going to get it. Cameron Hunter calling for a travel. McBride trying to inbound it, gets it out high to Lamar Washington. Now into Kyle Moore, turnaround hook shot falls. That just seems almost too easy for Kyle Moore. 4 points here in the quarter for him, 7 in the ball game. It's back up to a 43-28 lead here. Lambert with it. Back out to Hunter with a head fake. Nice no-look bounce pass into Colby Washington, and Washington will get the three-point play. First points for Colby Washington since back at the first quarter when he got him at the free throw line. So he's got 4 in the ball game, trying to earn a 5th here. That would make it a 12-point ball game. Not impossible to come back from against this Jonesboro team, but it's also an uphill battle, certainly. Amarion Wilson checking into the game. He'll send Mercedes Leach to the bench. As Washington will hit his free throw. He's perfect from the stripe tonight. Ball goes out of bounds, stays here with Jonesboro. Milton trying to find somebody to inbound it to, finally gets it to McBride. It's McBride, Wilson, Milton, Washington, and Moore for the Hurricanes. And there's a foul on Traylon Payne. I believe that's his first. Just a little bit of body contact there, but it was enough for the referee to blow it. And there's a costly inbound pass to Moore right at the the half-court line. He was trapped, had nowhere to go. And forces a turnover. Here's a three-point shot for the Hornets, and they can't get the offensive board. It's Washington that comes down with it with 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Nice moves there by Wilson. Leaves it in the corner for McBride, and now they work it around for Milton. Three-point shot, all net. And another three-pointer for the Hurricane. They are unloading tonight from behind the three-point line. 7 points in the third quarter for Shamari Milton. And there's a three-point answer. KK Robinson now into double digits on the night. Here's the three-point shot from McBride, and right back at you. Now McBride into double digits, and a timeout on the floor, and now the referee's letting, he's getting ready to tee him up too, I tell you what. Coach Michael Abramson better watch himself over there. Full timeout called on the floor. We'll tell you more about it when we come back. 49-34 is the score. Jonesboro leading Bryant with 1:48 left to play in the third quarter here on Tubetown. Live local from Ritter Communications.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
Hurricane have unloaded from the three-point line here in the third quarter. They lead this one 49-34 over the Bryant Hornets. Hornets had to call another timeout. 1:48 to play here in the third. Michael Abramson, head coach for the Hornets, nearly got himself a tee after that timeout. He called the timeout and went out at half court to address the referee, and the referee quickly told him to go back to his own corner. And looked like he was moments away from getting teed up, and decided to call off the Dogs and just head back to his bench. So now he's talked some things over with his team. They trail by 15 here with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. Hornets will come out with Payne, Hunter, Robinson, Hall, and I believe that is Lambert over here in the corner. For the Hurricane, it's going to be Wilson, McBride, Milton, Moore, and Pitts. Shamar Pitts out on the floor. We got a Shamar Pitts and a Shamari Milton, so got the two mixed up there. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hurricanes, so the Hornets take it out. Hunter to inbound it. Oh, there's Robinson, nearly had it stolen away. He's going to drive. With those long strides, is able to finish. Great gather there, and he makes it a 13-point game once again. KK Robinson now with 14 points in the ball game. Hunter working against Amarion Wilson here at the timeline. Wilson's got the handles for sure. Spins right around him, goes right at the rack, and he is hacked by Hall. So Hall picking up his third personal foul. And that's going to put Wilson at the free throw line. It's the first time tonight he's been at the charity stripe. Still scoreless, but a chance to put his name in the scorebook here. And he does. And now Adams will check back into the game for the Hornets. Hall will come to the bench with 3 fouls. Aiden Adams now checking with Coach Abramson, trying to find out what his assignment is. Meanwhile, at the charity stripe, Wilson spins it, lets it fly, and he'll go 2 for 2. And it's now 51-36 with a $1:05 left to play here in the third quarter. Here's Robinson working against Milton. Oh, fancy dribbles, gets into the paint, got tripped up, and a travel called. And Coach Abramson is a little bit in disbelief, as is Robinson. Thought he got fouled or at least tripped there as he entered the paint on his gather step. Instead, it's a travel on the Hornets. So now under a minute left. Here come the Hurricane, and again Wilson showing off his handles, but how about that? Payne got with a little poke there, and a charge called on Jonesboro. I think that was Rodney Lambert standing his ground there. Amarion Wilson picking up his first personal foul. Jonesboro with 5 team fouls here in the second half. 38 seconds remaining. About a 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Oh, and there's Robinson with the defender all over him, and I believe Milton is going to be picked up for a slight push there, just occupying the same space, if you will. So Milton picking up his third. That's the 6th team foul. So one more here in the second half is going to put the Hornets at the free throw line. Robinson gets the inbound pass over to Lambert. Lambert in the paint. Wild shot. Lost it. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Shot clock turned off. 3-point shot on the way from Milton. Corner pocket no good. Lambert fighting for the rebound. Somehow got it away to Hunter and avoided the travel call. 8 seconds left. 3-point shot from Aiden Adams. Rims in and out. Offensive rebound. Easy putback. Won't fall. Moore comes down with the rebound. And with no time remaining in the third quarter, the buzzer sounds and we're headed to the fourth. 51-36 in a heartbreaking way to end the third for the Hornets. Had a great look at a 3-point shot. Couldn't get it. Got the offensive board and could not get it to fall from 1 foot from the basket. Tough break to end the third. Headed to the fourth. We're back with more action here on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Andy Manus back here in Don Riggs Hurricane Gym, ready to start the fourth quarter with the Jonesboro Hurricane on top of the Bryant Hornets, 51-36. Double-digit scoring tonight from Keelan McBride and Mercedes Leach. And they only had 1 field goal apiece in the third quarter. That tells you how much work they did earlier in the first half. Really, the second half has been a story of Shamari Milton and Kyle Moore, each one of those doing some work there in the third quarter. Meanwhile, the Hornets just trying to hang in there at this point. Had a great look at a 3-pointer there at the end of the third, couldn't get it to fall. Got the offensive board right underneath the basket, wide open look, and couldn't get that to fall either. So just a tough break there. And we are ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Jonesboro starts off with possession. It's Wilson, Pointer, Pitts, McBride, and Leach. And after some handles, And a quick shot at the basket, couldn't get it to fall. Now here the Hornets have it back on the other end. And they can't get a bucket either. Going back the other way now with Jonesboro. 3-point shot. Keelan McBride off the mark. Pitts trying to get it, can't get to it. Windmilling backwards, and KK Robinson. Boy, I don't know what happened in between the third and fourth quarter, but these players are coming out looking pretty sluggish. And we're going to get a foul called on, I believe, Jonesboro. Well, yeah, it was called on Jonesboro. And that's the fourth one on Mercedes Leach. Well, things have calmed down just a little bit. Bryant has their offense set up. KK Robinson wide open. Look, nobody came out to guard him. Takes the shot. Oh, my goodness. What a way to introduce yourself to the opposing team. Rodney Lambert trying to put up an easy floater off the offensive board. And I believe that was Shamar Pitts, who sent that one packing. Goes out of bounds, last touched, of course, by the Hurricane. And Hornets will hold on to it. Kevin Pointer headed back to the Jonesboro bench. It's Lamar Washington who will head back out to the paint to play defense. Lambert over to Payne. Payne's going to drive. Nice gather. Underhanded scoop shot. Can't finish. Here's Wilson behind his back, bringing it up the floor, and somebody's going to get called for the reach in there. I think that was Kalen Robinson. KK picking up number 2 on the night. And that is the 15th foul on the Hornets, so they still got a couple more to give before the Hurricane are headed to the free throw line. Inbound it in backcourt. Amarion Wilson will bring it up the floor, working against KK Robinson. Here's McBride coming off of a screen, and they left Lamar Washington wide open. He set the screen and found himself with a wide open lane. Nice off-ball screen results in points for Washington, and quickly on the other end, Rodney Lambert scores a layup. 7 points in the ball game for him. 53-38 is the score with 6:25 to play in the ball game. Here's Wilson working against Robinson. Now Milton with a head fake, jab step. He's going to drive now, lost the ball. And Jonesboro will get it back, and a timeout call by Coach Wes Swift. Didn't like how his team was kind of throwing it all over the yard there, if you will. 30-second timeout, 6:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, the score 53-38. Jonesboro, this is probably their longest scoring drought here in the ball game. Only scored 2 points so far here in the fourth quarter. Take another look at this replay of the block. There's that three-pointer, the open look for Lambert, and was it Pitts who swatted that one out of bounds? It was Mercedes Leach. Oh boy, he sent that one packing into the handicap section. $17 fouls for the Hurricanes, so any more fouls on them, it's going to put the Hornets at the free throw line for the rest of the ball game. Just 5 team fouls on Bryant, so still a couple more to give before the Hurricane are in the bonus. But right now it's Hurricane basketball. After Coach Swift wanted to talk some things over, didn't like the way things looked on offense for the first couple touches his team had on this possession. They come out of the timeout with Wilson, McBride, Washington, Moore, and Milton. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot from the free throw line from Washington, off the mark. Here's KK Robinson, pull-up three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound. Robinson gets it back, jab step, goes baseline, leaning against the defender, will not hit the layup, but shows you his athleticism and his body control. Gets the foul call, he'll go to the free throw line. Foul called on Kyle Moore, his third personal foul of the ball game. And that is the 18th foul here on Jonesboro. Still at the 1-and-1, but Robinson will hit the front end. He's now 4 for 5 from the free throw line with 12 points in the ball game. Second one on the way, falls as well. It's now 53-40, 13-point game with 5:40 to play. Bryant not out of it yet, but a foul called there on KK Robinson. So Kalen Robinson picking up his third. Oh, Wilson nearly lost it. Got around the defender who slipped. Here's Milton with the head fake. Step back. Three-point shot, no good. Offensive board, put back, no good. Jonesboro with two good looks at it there, but that's going the other way. Here's Robinson leaning against the defender. No call. Ball hit the side of the backboard, goes out of bounds, and Jonesboro will have it. Robinson dismayed by that call. Just looked at the referee in disbelief. McBride with it now, working off the screen from Washington as the Hornets have switched back to that trap defense here. Washington with it, lobs it into Moore. Moore now feeds it over to McBride. McBride drives, tried to dish it back out to Moore, and instead it's a three-point shot from Milton. Oh, Washington trying to handle the pass, couldn't get to it, and they say the ball went out of bounds. Last touched, of course, by Washington, so Jonesboro gets it back. Had a look at a fast break bucket there, did the Hornets, but Washington trying to play receiver there with that hot pass coming in, couldn't field it. So 53-14, still the score. 4:45 left to play in the ball game. Washington on the near sideline has it tied up. I think that was Rodney Lambert who got in there to tie that one up. And a jump ball call. Possession arrow gives it to the Hornets. Three-point shot on the way from Robinson, no good. Airballed, Lambert there to clean up the mess. Can't get the putback. Moore comes down with a rebound, double team, gets it ahead now. 3-on-2 opportunity. Here's Milton. Oh, thought about trying to get it into Washington, but he'll hang on to it. Drives baseline, and he'll go to the free throw line for an and-one opportunity. What a beautiful play there by Shamari Milton. Man, did he show off his length as well, because looking like he's going to fake that pass into the paint. Put those long arms out there. And excellent execution there. Got the defender to move just enough where he could drive around him. And as the defense collapses, they foul him, and he'll go to the free throw line. Missed who the foul was called on, but that's 17 fouls on Bryant now. So Jonesboro at the free throw line for the remainder of the game as Milton cannot hit his free throw. Wide open look underneath the basket for A.J. Jenkins, who's fresh into the game for the Hornets. First 2 points on the night for him. McBride double teamed. Gets it ahead to Leach. Leach down low for Moore. Moore back out beyond the perimeter now. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And a foul called on Bryant. So Rodney Lambert picking up his third personal foul.
Timeout, Bryant.
And the Hornets want to call a timeout. 3:53 to play here in the ball game. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout with them. It's a 13-point ball game. 55-42 is the score. Jonesboro leading Bryant here in the Hurricane Classic, right here on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Andy Manus back here with you at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. 55-42 is the score. Jonesboro leading Bryant. Again, want to remind you, stay tuned after this game. Got one more game coming up tonight here in the Hurricane Classic on this Friday evening. North Little Rock in town to take on the Nettleton Raiders. And cannot wait to broadcast that one. You want to talk about lots of athleticism. A lot of good basketball still ahead of us here tonight. Right now, Jonesboro coming out of the timeout. They'll be at the free throw line, and it'll be Kyle Moore on his second trip there this evening. 1 for 1, and now he'll have to hit a 1-and-1. Moore with 7 points. Give him 8 now, and another free throw opportunity. So it's Kyle Moore, Lamar Washington. We got Mercedes Leach. We've got Shamari Milton, and we've also got Keelan McBride on the floor for the Hurricane. Moore goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Perfect from the stripe tonight. And then, oh man, I think he called a carry there on Rodney Lambert. So bounced the ball a bit too high before he put it back on the floor. So Jonesboro's got it right back underneath their own basket, leading by 15 now. Here's Milton into Moore. Moore head fake, pivots, loose ball. How about that double clutch move that finds the bottom of the net? Shamari Milton hanging in the air forever. Give him 13 points in the ball game. 59-42. Here's Hunter. Now back out for Robinson, off the screen. He's gonna try to take it to the rack strong, puts it up in traffic. Got his own miss, loose ball, and now here's Lambert with it, and Lambert will lean against the defender and pick up the foul. So Mercedes Leach, I believe that's number 5 for him, so that's gonna do it for him. Leach will have to come to the bench now with 5 personal fouls. And getting up is Amarion Wilson to come in for him. So Leach will finish the night with 13 points, scoreless here in the fourth, did the bulk of his scoring in the first, and really helped Jonesboro get off to the start that they did. It's a nice ovation from his team here. And Lambert missed the free throws. Now Wilson double teamed in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Moore, and Kyle Moore hacked right underneath the basket by Rodney Lambert. So Lambert now picking up his 4th foul, sends Kyle Moore back to the free throw line. It seems like we might be living here at the charity stripe for the final 2:54 of this game. Both teams in foul trouble at this point. Moore now into double-digit scoring on the night with 10. Try to find his 11th here, and he does. Perfect from the charity stripe still is Kyle Moore. (61-42). Hunter to Jenkins, now to Robinson. Robinson with a 3-point attempt, off the mark. Offensive rebound though. Robinson tripped, fell into the defender, no call. Hunter gets it now. He leans into the defender as well and can't come down with it. 2 Hornets on the court as, oh my goodness, Milton hits the B button, spins in the paint and finds the bottom of the basket. Might be the prettiest 2 points we see all evening. Had the numbers to get the look, and how about that shot from Traylon Payne on the other end? Milton, by the way, with 6 points now in the quarter, give him 15 for the game. Loose ball, Hornets come up with it. 3-on-2 opportunity, there's Payne, goes around the defender, misses the layup. Hunter in traffic will capitalize off of the offensive rebound. 6 points here in the game for him. It's now 63-46 with 1:40 left to play. Full court press coming. Here's Wilson into the front court. Little floater, can't finish. Great look though. Back on the other end now. Here's Hunter from the left side, finishes with the left hand, and he'll also go to the free throw line. Cameron Hunter now with 8 points in the game. Chance to make it 9. And I believe we are going to get a timeout on the floor with 1:27 left to play. We're going to keep it right here. Again, the score between Jonesboro and Bryant, 63-48. Hurricane leading the Hornets with 1:27 to play here in the ball game. Timeout called by the Hornets just to talk some things over. It'll be the Hornets at the free throw line. Of course, again, do want to remind you, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere after this game. Coming up, we have got a dandy to finish out the night. North Little Rock taking on Nettleton. Coach Johnny Rice and Coach Mark McCord facing off against each other. You want to talk about athletes out on the floor. North Little Rock always full of them. And Nettleton has got their fair share as well, and they certainly know how to play team basketball at Nettleton. A little bit of local flavor, too, for North Little Rock. It's assistant coach Monty Patel back in his old stomping grounds here in Northeast Arkansas. Now he's excited to be back, seeing some friends and family. I know Little Rock's not too far away, but it's not often you get to take off in the middle of the school year to travel and see your friends and family like that. Glad to have him here this weekend. Free throw will fall from Cameron Hunter. 1:26 left to play. On the other end, Lamar Washington will go to the free throw line. Foul called on, I believe, Cameron Hunter. That's number 2 on him. And I think statement I made about spending the last eternity of this game at the free throw line is playing out right here in front of us now. So it's a double bonus look here for Lamar Washington, now with 9 points in the ball game. Why not go for double digits? You'll only be the only starter not to be in double digits if you don't score here. Well, Coach Swift loves to have that. That shows you how versatile this team is. I mean, not only do you got great scorers coming off the bench, it also helps when all 5 starters can find double digits in the stat book, as Lamar Washington will now head to the bench. So it's Moore, Pitts, Milton, Wilson, and McBride out on the floor for the Hurricane. Payne, Robinson, Jenkins, Lambert, Hunter out on the floor for the Hornets. And on the layup attempt, a foul called on Jonesboro. So we're just going to trade fouls here for the last 15 minutes of this game. Rodney Lambert at the free throw line. Kyle Moore picking up his 4th personal foul. First free throw from Lambert will fall. Second one off the mark. Lambert got his own rebound, takes it baseline, scores again. How about that effort from Rodney Lambert? Great effort. Full court press and a turnover. Here's Payne into the defender. They're going to call it a block. So Kyle Moore headed to the bench now. Second player to foul out for the Hurricane. And it'll be Lamar Washington checking back in. Traylon Payne yet to shoot a free throw tonight, but he is in double-digit scoring with 10. If he hits both of these, it'll make it an 11-point game with under a minute left to play. Normally in high school basketball, that would pretty much seal the deal, but I guess with a shot clock now implemented here in this tournament, things could be a little bit different. Payne makes it. Second one falls as well. Bounce pass into Wilson. Now over to McBride, tying it up. Oh, foul called. Looked like a jump ball, but a foul called on A.J. Jenkins. Coming in off the bench for the Hornets, he will pick up his first personal foul. And that's going to send Keelan McBride to the free throw line. McBride will hit his first free throw there. Second one falls as well. Here's Robinson weaving his way through traffic. Nice little pop shot there from just in front of the free throw line. Robinson now with, I believe, 18 points. There's Pitts on his way to the rack, is fouled. And Cameron Hunter picks up his third personal foul. Pitts will hit that one. Second one will rim in and out. Here comes Lambert with 28 seconds remaining. Robinson spins, lost it. Pitts trying to get it, and I think Pitts going to be called for the reach in there. So JHS looking like they're going to hang on for the win here. 24 seconds remaining. Traylon Payne is at the free throw line. That's going to put Jonesboro winning the 7th game in this tournament. And they will play the winner of the following game, North Little Rock and Nettleton. Again, that game coming up right after this one.
Jump ball, possession, Hurricane.
68-58. Kind of interesting, you got Bryant and North Little Rock both into the house here tonight, as Bryant taking on North Little Rock tomorrow for the state championship in the 7A division. So both of their basketball teams here competing tonight. 10-point ball game with 16.2 seconds left. It's been a fun game to be a part of. Love to watch Jonesboro basketball. It's always pretty fast-paced, and you can see a lot of highlights as well between these two teams. And if you're into that kind of play, you'll definitely be excited about Charging Wildcats of North Little Rock and the Raiders coming up next. And of course, here on a Friday evening, this house is fairly well packed. A lot of people showing up tonight to support their, especially the home team, the Jonesboro Hurricane, but a lot of people standing by waiting for the Nettleton Raiders game to begin as well. Sure, the attendance is only going to improve tomorrow, as it's Saturday, and folks will be looking for something to do, and definitely want you to come out and take part of this, because we're going to have 4 more great games tomorrow here on Tubetown. All right, back here after the timeout, 16 seconds remaining. It's a 10-point game, 68-58. Jonesboro will inbound it, and Lamar Washington will head to the free throw line. If he can hit these, that should all but seal it. Foul called on Cameron Hunter, his 4th personal. And about the 65th team foul here in the second half. So Washington will hit the front iron there. And he'll drop that one in. Quickly into the front court. 3-point shot from Payne off the mark. Here's Hunter. Spinning with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to fall. Washington with it. And that will do it. Final buzzer sounds, and the Hurricane come away with another win on their home floor. The defending state champions defend the home floor in this home tournament. 69-58, the final between Jonesboro and Bryant. Jonesboro moves on in the tournament. Again, they'll play the winner of the game coming up next. North Little Rock taking on Nettleton. We will come back here in about 30 seconds, put a bow on this one, and get you ready for the next one. It's all part of the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Coverage provided by Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Following the final between Jonesboro and Bryant, the Golden Hurricane move on to tomorrow night's game to face the winner of the upcoming game between North Little Rock and Nettleton. But Jonesboro with a strong showing here tonight against the Bryant Hornets. They started with a 3-0 deficit, went on a 13-0 run, and never looked back for a final of Jonesboro 69, Bryant 58. So we'll put a bow on this one and get ready for the next game. Again, North Little Rock on the floor right now, preparing for their matchup with the Nettleton Raiders. And this one you won't want to miss. When we come back, I'll be joined by Wes Cisco. We'll break down this game and introduce the starters. We'll have the first quarter tip-off between Nettleton and North Little Rock. All part of our coverage here in the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. We're back with more on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.